concerned with Barrera and with Julio Cesar Chavez. And I think the loss really hurt him so much that he's going to fight a much more better fight.
But some question whether it means that Morales is done after too many big fights, too many wars, too many high-pressure rounds.
Well, we're going to find out tonight. That's one of the questions that I like, probably everyone has. But the problem is maybe with just the style of Zaire, which I think was more of a factor than the fact that he's done.
We saw the record for Manny Pacquiao in his last 5 fights. 3 knockouts, a draw with Juan Manuel Marquez, and the loss to Eric Morales. Pacquiao has fought on American soil 8 times. His record, 5 sensational knockouts, 2 draws, one of them a technical draw with Agapito Sanchez, the other the bizarre draw with Juan Manuel Marquez, in which he knocked Marquez down 3 times in the first round, and then the loss to Morales. Here he comes with his enormous fan-following support from the Filipinos in the crowd.
He is just about the happiest warrior we've ever seen walking into a fight. Back in the Philippines, he's a combination of Ali and Elvis and Bruce Lee. Needs 10 bodyguards for him and his family. An extraordinary personality, perhaps the most extraordinary personality ever to come to these shores as a prize fighter from Asia.
As a child, he sold stolen cigarettes on the streets of his city in the Philippines.
The best pa rin talaga to si Pacquiao, magaling.
Rich people from that country line up to pay homage to him.
I'm just so impressed with this crowd here. I never thought we'd see this type of a crowd.
Walang kakupas-kupas to si Pacquiao. Parang nababago ang tsura ni Pacquiao. Parang nabata siya dito.
Ladies and gentlemen, Wynn Las Vegas is proud to welcome you to the Thomas and Mack Center, Las Vegas, Nevada, where tonight Bob Arum's Top Rank Incorporated is proud to present the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing in the super featherweight division. On the line, the WBC International title. This contest is sponsored by your undisputed champion, the King of Beers, Budweiser, and sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission Chairman Skip Avancino Jr., Executive Director Mark Ratner. At ringside, the 3 judges scoring this contest on the 10-point system will be Dave Moretti, Jerry Roth, and Paul Smith. And when the bell rings, the man in charge of the action inside the ring.
Pacquiao as he jabs and right crosses him into the corner.
Sure, McGregor is a fight because Pacquiao is still going to land those straight lefts, but his balance gets to be so bad when he starts his exchanges. And that's going to be a big factor.
2 hard lefts inside by Pacquiao.
Straight left through the center again.
Pacquiao is targeting that left hand effectively in this round. He threw it, by his own admission, way too often in the first fight. The idea is to get inside and set it up. Here's a good body shot by Pacquiao. Morales momentarily stops him with a right.
Well, after a minute of sizing each other up, they're sizing each other up in another way right now.
A flurry at the end of the round by Pacquiao, another landed left hand. Morales tries to come back with one of his own. It was a brilliant round. And we go to Morales' corner where they speak Spanish. Our interpreter is Ray Torres.
Very well. Don't lower your guard. Don't lower it for nothing. Keep him up. You gotta keep balancing yourself with your hands up.
Knocks Morales down with the left.
Yeah, the straight lefts are landing right between the gloves.
And Morales has not stopped the straight left hand at all.
The only defense he has is to just fight.
Pacquiao just missed with a left that might have sent Morales home early. Morales comes back with a straight left hand and chopping rights and does damage of his own.
Because he could not stop Pacquiao straight left.
It's hard to tell yet whether the puncher's gloves are having an effect, but Manny Pacquiao is throwing that left with abandon.
And remember, Morales is still wearing training gloves, which are more padded, and tend to do, according to punters, less damage. Another great round.
All right. Nice body work, son. Now here, watch your balance, okay? Deep breath.
Galing.
Come on, he's hitting you with the left hand. Don't lower your hand. And when you go back, don't go back straight.
Well, it's not a case of Morales lowering his hand, and it keeps his right hand on the side instead of through the center, and there's no defense. The only way to keep Pacquiao off is just to outfight him. But he's landing straight left hands at random.
Oh, oh, oh.
And Pacquiao
Sige.
throws punches.
Sa lakas ng kaliwa nun.
Correctly. He gets his shoulder into it, whereas Morales is just a furious arm puncher.
Yes, Pacquiao punches directly, as we say, through you. He doesn't punch just to make contact. He tries to punch completely through you with all of his weight.
CompuBox numbers in round 2. Morales 20 out of 75. Pacquiao 23 out of 87. Pacquiao with an 18-14 edge in power connect. The positioning
Manny,
of Morales'
Manny,
right hand,
Manny.
shows you that he's far more concerned with his ability to throw it than with blocking Pacquiao's left.
That's right. I saw at the end of the round, seemed like a little wobble in Morales' leg as he went to the corner, something I've never saw before. Seems to be a little unsteady.
Hard right hand by Morales over the top. And a left hook by Morales. And now he's got Pacquiao on the defense. Hurry up, hold that. Seesaw fight already. We're only in the third round. Uppercut by Pacquiao. There's a little variety didn't show in the first fight. And a good right hand as he backed away. Again, Manny can set the left hand up more effectively if he can use the right better tonight than he did in the first fight.
And as he starts using his right hand effectively to make a much easier straight left to the center.
And the straight left lands again on the button on Morales' chin. But if Pacquiao was expecting to knock Morales out by landing straight left hands, it hasn't happened yet.
Round 3.
When they get close to the ropes, Morales uses his height and his longer body to force Pacquiao back and pressure him against the ropes.
And he uses his right jab pretty effectively so far, too.
Yeah, okay, I wondered if you were talking about Morales and Pacquiao.
No, Morales is using his left jab effectively.
And some people say he won the first fight with his jab, although certainly the right hand wasn't exactly in the holster. They trade combinations. It's Morales who dominates the exchange. And he goes back to work with the jab and right hand. If Pacquiao isn't stopping Morales' right, Morales isn't stopping Pacquiao's left.
It's a good thing that both of these guys have good chins.
They're trading their money punches and at pretty close range from time to
Oh.
time. The distance between them expands and contracts according to what Pacquiao wants to do. Mostly Morales stands his ground.
Right now, one of the big factors still is Morales is
Panalo to si Pacquiao. Galing to.
than Pacquiao. Pacquiao's battle times at the end of his combinations looks like he's hurt when he's not because his balance is so bad.
Pacquiao is a blunt instrument. Just come forward.
The intelligence is the difference. The left and right, a straight right hand. Don't let him take the initiative. Get away from the ropes. Don't let him, you take him to the ropes. Don't let him take you to the ropes. Hey,
All right, move on. Don't let him be first. Come first. Be first in the double jab and drop it in the body shot.
Pre, una ka daw, ha? Una ka ingon si coach. Ayaw siya pasagdi nga mauna sa imo ha. Pari mo? Unahan nimo sa jab, una ka.
Don't let him be first. first. Okay? You go double jab, left hand in the body, come back to your hook.
Bouncy box numbers in the third. Morales 21 out of 68. He had a very good round. Pacquiao 13 out of 67. Morales with an edge in power connect. If you're scoring, you might want to say, although they've been close rounds, that it appears Morales might have won the first and the third, Pacquiao the second. Let's see what Harold Letterman has to say as we go to his card.
Okay, Jim, you got it exactly the way I've got it. 29-28, 2 rounds to 1. Eric El Terrible Morales. Jim, let's talk about that second round for a minute. The rule is, if you get hit with a clean shot and you go into the ropes, if you caught helpless in the upper the ropes, the referee could call it a knockdown. Morales did get caught. He did go into the ropes, but I thought it was more of a slip. He was more off balance. I agree with Bayless. It wasn't a knockdown.
This time, as Pacquiao went to attack, Morales caught him with a counter left hook and momentarily drove him back. That's the first really effective left hook we've seen from Eric.
I scored the first round, incidentally, even, and I have it 1-1-1.
Fans will like you better, Larry. Incidentally, Manny Pacquiao's right eye is beginning to swell just a little bit. That's Eric Morales' jab finding the target.
It's that jab. It's interesting styles, bro. Right here, he had such problem because of the boxing techniques, but the fact that Pacquiao is sitting there fighting him and he has a body to hold him up when he punches is a totally different fight.
Well, when a guy boxes and moves as Raheem did, Morales gets disgusted and says, oh, he doesn't really want to fight. Pacquiao is an opponent he can totally appreciate.
Yes, he's a warrior. These are two warriors, and this is what makes great fights. When you have fighters who are willing to fight anyone and they have exciting styles themselves, that's good for boxing.
Excellent counter right hook by Pacquiao. That might begin to inhibit Morales' jab. But Morales with a stiff left knocks Pacquiao's head back and does it again. When Morales effectively picks his shots and then goes back to defending afterward, he's very effective.
That little left jab of Morales is very effective too.
Morales tends to get marked,
Uppercut by Pacquiao. Good shot.
tends to get marked up around the nose and eyes, and it's already beginning.
He's got a high ridge bone in his nose, and that swells up right away as soon as he starts getting hit up. But
Well, his nose comes in sections, I should say. I mean, seriously, if you were distributing tickets along Eric's nose, you could divide them into 4 seating sections.
Well, I see it as a great hawk nose, a hawk circling, looking for prey.
It gets broken in a lot of fights, but he's used to that.
I feel like I'm fighting Manny Pacquiao. And they're very, very close. I did a fight with Archie Solis a couple of months back. He's a real good fighter. I'll tell you what, I gave Solis the first round because Manny Pacquiao didn't do anything. You can certainly make a case for that. There's no question.
I agree with you, Wally. I believe that Solis did win that round.
Then round number 2, of course, it's a scheduled 12-rounder. And Solis getting a little wild and awkward in there, and that won't benefit you against Manny Pacquiao.
You need to get Pacquiao frustrated. Make him make mistakes. Like right there, he's getting a little frustrated because he can't get in. He's reaching in. Now right there, I believe that Solis should have thrown a left hook when he saw Manny Pacquiao go in like that.
Did land a counter right hand, Solis. Pacquiao's left gets in. Of course, that's an important punch for him, we all know. You know, we had touched on it in the open somewhat, but there are a lot of things going on with Manny Pacquiao outside the ring right now. And I almost get the feeling like he reached his peak against Morales in the third fight. Like, I don't think he can get any better physically, psychologically, emotionally than he was that night. Is there a danger, Gennaro, do you think, that maybe he looked past this one or didn't take this one quite as seriously as those fights?
He might have looked past due to the circumstance of which he's trying to do now outside of boxing. But I believe that he can actually become a little bit better than what he is right now because he runs in like this a lot. And I think somebody who's a real smart fighter will eventually pick up and notice that he's going to run in, make a quick step back, and somebody with good power is going to make him feel it.
One of those outside interests, he's running as the Kennedy Party's candidate in the May 14th election in the Philippines as a representative. That would be like our congressional representative in the 1st district. And we
said, I'm not campaigning. Obviously, when I'm training, I put all my mind into this fight. When this is all done, I'll go back and campaign. But for right now, I'm all about boxing.
Well, you know, there's more on the line here than just Manny Pacquiao's boxing career. One of the Philippine journalists I've known for a long time before the fight said to me, if he loses this fight, he loses the election.
There's a lot of extra pressure. Just seconds remaining here in round two. A better round for Pacquiao, probably, although Solis, there landing a jab, has had his moments. At least the pace of the fight for Solis. There's another straight right hand getting in by Jorge Solis. So he's been very competitive over these first two rounds. There's no question about that.
Yeah, that's not another thing that Pacquiao can do. Make a fight.
So round two passes into the light. And we'll hear what these corners are telling their charges. But they're having a hard time getting there. Solis is apparently able to kind of block and snip a lot of those. So just seconds remain in round three, and again, Solis is an elusive target for Manny Pacquiao. Solis will say in the corner to him. Danny Garcia is our interpreter.
Water. Open up. Wash that out. He's beating me up. He's hitting me in the face too much. You have to be offensive. Don't wait for him to attack you. When he comes in, you need to defend himself.
I hear some Pacquiao's action in the fourth round. Good left hand there, but I found that a difficult round to score.
I would have given that to Pacquiao because I thought he won most of the round.
Even with the late action from Solis, which kind of like
yeah, but I think the CompuBox numbers were an indication. Pacquiao landed a lot of punches, but you know, again, those later parts of the round sometimes influence people.
I'm going to change my score.
You know,
you influenced me.
Feel free to have a mind of your own.
And it's amazing that they're actually telling Solis over here in this corner that he's too quick, but you know what? All he's doing is slapping his punches.
That's easy for Archie.
Yeah, exactly. We're in round 5 of a 12-rounder. Manny Pacquiao, this is our main event, of course. The main reason why these folks have come out here in large numbers. Nice crowd, somewhere between 12 and 15,000 here at the Alamo Dome to see Manny Pacquiao and Jorge Solis. And so far, Jorge Solis has proven at least a nettlesome opponent for Manny Pacquiao.
Pacquiao was just complaining again about another left hand to the hip.
What's going on there was Solis trying to throw it straight right to the body, and the elbows kind of slipped it down. That's the reason why the shot went down.
Now, probably the best opponent that Solis has fought is Humberto Soto. He's a very good fighter, and the fight was stopped in the third round. There was another decision because of a clash of heads and a cut, but Soto had him down in that third round, and so clearly, if you have power and you hit him right, you can get Jorge Solis down. And Soto did it. By the way, an irony is that Soto is fighting Bobby Pacquiao, the brother of Manny Pacquiao, in June.
That's a fight I would really like to see is Manny against Soto, because Soto is a monster.
Good straight to the right.
Here comes Solis with Manny Pacquiao trapped against the ropes and attacking. Is this playing possum?
I think he felt that right hand. They were flush on the floor.
I agree. I don't think Manny plays much possum.
Yeah, that is not his repertoire.
Not usually.
Normally he gets mad and goes after you.
Nice jab by Solis. There's the typical Pacquiao rush in. It seems for all the world to invite counterpunching, which he did against Juan Manuel Marquez, but not often against anyone else, although, as Wally pointed out, Eric Morales certainly had his success with that.
Doesn't it seem, though, that Pacquiao has been less aggressive in this fight than he used to seeing him?
Yeah, he's coming forward and throwing punches, but they're just not as effective as he'd like there to be.
I think it's what Gennaro pointed out is the awkwardness.
Sulat ko dito.
Just seconds remaining here.
Yung kulay blue?
It's been a pretty good round for Jorge Solis.
Yung kulay blue naman, ang sulat ko.
Hanapin mo.
Hindi ko alam yun.
Hindi lang.
The plot is thickening.
Wala.
And there's Miguel Cotto, the welterweight champion, who will be taking on Zab Judah on June 9th on pay-per-view.
Pumatong ka doon sa
Want to be
bangko.
on hand for that. He is one of the most exciting fighters. Had the pleasure of doing his fight against Carlos Quintana when he defended his crown. It was just a brilliant effort by him.
For punches and getting hurt because he doesn't pick up his hands.
That clash of heads and the cut over the eye woke up Manny Pacquiao. He is in tiger
Tinadtad
here
ka
in
na ni
round 6.
Pacquiao.
Jorge Solis is in trouble. Solis just ripping shots on the inside. And again, I think they bang heads in the eye, bothering Pacquiao.
But that was he's wasting a lot of energy.
He's trying desperately to finish the fight. Maybe he's a little bit more worried about the fight than we think.
Well, he should know. They'll go to the store. Big hook by Solis.
Uppercut and a hook.
Pacquiao may have punched himself off a
Ay,
little
wala.
bit. Now there's a left uppercut by Pacquiao. Well, this is starting to look like the typical Manny Pacquiao war, isn't it?
Mamaya tayo bigyan.
Many
Ano pala?
lots of orthodox models.
Sa kamukha ni Pacquiao.
All right, Manny. Nice look.
Shit.
All right, let's take a look. We can see the headbutts here. First we see Pacquiao come in with his head. Boom. And that's certainly not an intentional butt. That is just, an outgrowth of the two styles. And the way Pacquiao comes in now, you can see it happen again. There's a good right hand by Pacquiao. And the heads just rub together when they come into a clinch. Solis coming right back.
Tinamaan pala.
Again, every time they come together in a clinch, the heads come together.
So we move into the 7th round. The cut over Manny Pacquiao's eye an issue. However, we would again point out that because it came from a clash of heads, they would go to the scorecards. I would guess Manny Pacquiao is ahead on the scorecards at this juncture. But
Pilis ang kamay eh.
Pacquiao had Solis in bad trouble in the 6th round, but then Solis came back with a big left hook.
Solis showed me nothing else in that last round now. He's resilient. He did.
How do you go from zero to making $11,500?
Big shots by Manny Pacquiao. Pacquiao, as you know, punches with power. Right hand gets in by Pacquiao, and again they come perilously close to clashing heads. There's still a trickle of blood from the left eye of Pacquiao, but Solis hasn't been able to hit it, so he hasn't exacerbated that. There's a right hand by Solis.
Solis has a tendency to fall inside, especially if he throws his right hand, and that's why the head's coming together.
Two left hands hurt Solis. Two good straight left hands got him in trouble again. Pacquiao's primary weapon, and it's working now.
So at least needs to pick up that guard. He needs to pick up that defense of his. He's slacking off, and that's why he's getting caught.
What's the effect that Manny always has on him? He breaks him down. We saw him do it to Morales over 3 fights. We've seen him do it to a lot of guys. If you relentless pressure after a while, you know, despite yourself, the hands start coming down because you get exhausted.
Now, 29 of the 32 KOs that Pacquiao
May tapusin na natin ito kay
come
Pacquiao.
within 6 rounds. And all of Solis's KOs have come within 6 rounds. So they're in territory where Solis just doesn't knock people out. Pacquiao doesn't often do so. A minute left to go, or just under it, in round 7 of this 12-rounder. Good jab by Pacquiao. This is our main event of the evening, and there's another one of those big left hands. This has been a signature round for Pacquiao, and of course he had a very good 6th round as well, so he strung together 2 really impressive rounds.
Now, it's an interesting stat that you brought up about the KO percentage after 6 rounds, but I think everybody's percentage of Manny is that the fighter gets stronger and stronger as the fight goes on. It's kind of surprising.
You know what? Either he gets stronger, or the fact of the matter is that he pressures the fighter, his opponent, so much that they tend to wear down quite a bit. Obviously, you know what? I was noticing that most of the softballs, they tend to lean to the right when they get ready to throw that lift. I'm surprised that Solis has not caught on to it.
Seconds remaining here in round number 7. Manny Pacquiao has had himself an excellent 7th round. Lands yet another short left hand.
Remember your son, remember your life. Don't throw it away. Think of your honor. It's your life. Don't lose your spirit. Give us some water.
Manny. When he took that lazy jab out, throw the hook over the top and jab got behind it. All right, it's a beautiful shot. Hook uppercut, okay?
Well, round 7 was about 90% Manny Pacquiao. There's a big left hand. You see that it temporarily buckled the knees there for Solis.
How many of those have we seen over his career land and do lots of damage? Round 8, Al Bernstein along with Wally Matthews and Gennaro Hernandez, former junior lightweight champion of the world. And we're happy that you joined us for what's been a very entertaining evening of boxing. And this main event has had some plots and subplots. A clash of heads created a cut in round 6 over the eye of Manny Pacquiao. They have controlled it for the most part. And in the last 2 rounds, Pacquiao has been extremely effective against Jorge Solis.
You know, and I think they've run out of ideas in Solis' corner. Gennaro, you know, listening, and they've been both the family.
He's in trouble.
Oh, patay ka. Laglag. Nakabangon pa eh.
Does get up at 9. How much longer can he continue? A lot of time left in this round, of course.
That uppercut again. He's hurt.
Oh, hala ka.
Solis sent down for the 2nd time.
Hala na.
On the apron of the ring.
Wala na. Panalo na.
After a slightly slow start, got things in gear.
Panalo si Pacquiao.
Survived a bad cut, as you see it from the clash of heads, and is able to persevere.
Well, you got to give it to Solis. He tried his best. He was moving very well. He was boxing, but the power of Manny Pacquiao eventually caught up to him.
Well, you get the feeling as you looked at Manny Pacquiao, a lot of emotions running through his head due to many recent events, and very relieved, I think, to get this match over with and get the win. For Jorge Solis, his first loss as a professional. He's had a couple of draws, but has never lost. We take a look at the first knockdown here, Gennaro. This is the first time that he was sent to the canvas in this round.
He got hurt right there, and then there's that right uppercut. I thought it was a lip, but it was a right uppercut that kind of stung him, and there's the end of the fight again. Double left, there's a straight right, and the left to finish it off.
Manny Pacquiao's power comes to the forefront finally in a fight in which it was a little difficult and kind of awkward, and you see the emotions from Manny Pacquiao. You can tell a lot going on in his life, in his mind, and great relief that he got this win. That's Bob Arum, top rank. Of course, promoted this evening of boxing.
A very good evening of boxing.
It has been a very good evening of boxing, as a matter of fact. We had some great action during the course of the season. A couple of upsets. Manny Pacquiao avoided the upset in his fight, and we're going to hear all about it from Michael Buffer. Let's go to Michael Buffer now.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Vic Draculich, following the second knockdown, reaches the count of 10. The end comes officially at 1 minute, 16 seconds at round number 8. The winner by knockout victory, and still the WBC International Super Featherweight Champion, congressional candidate, Manny Pacquiao.
Oh yeah. Congrats, Pacquiao.